श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवतोत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके कृष्णे सुदाम भगवते धर्मज्ञानाधीश कलौ न च श्रीमद् भागवतम थर्ड कैंटो चैप्टर 30 वर्स नंबर 8 8 8 आचितात्मेन्द्रियाय स्त्रीणाम् असतीनां च मायया रहुरचितया लापै शिशूनां कलवासिनाम् आचितात्म आचित आक्षिप्तात्मेन्द्रिय स्त्रीणाम् आक्षिप्त इंद्रिय स्त्रीणाम् असतीनां च मायया रहुरचितया लापै शिशूनां कलभाषिणा आक्षिप्तात्मेन्द्रियस्त्रीणाम् असतीनां च मायया रहुरचितया लापै शिशूनां कलभाषिणम् आक्षिप्तात्मेन्द्रियस्त्रीणाम् असतीनां च मायया रहुरचितया लापै शिशूनां कलभाषिणाम् आक्षिप्त आत्मा heart, indriya, his senses, strinam of woman, asatinam false, cha also, maya by maya, literary place, rastaya displayed, alapai by the talking of the children, kalabhasinam with sweet words. Translation and purport by His Highness Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti. He gives heart and senses to a woman who with Maya. He enjoys solitary embrace and talking with her, and he is enchanted by the sweet words of the small rain. Sure. Family life within the kingdom of illusory energy Maya is just like a prison for the eternal living entity. In prison, a prisoner is shackled by iron chains and iron bars. Similarly, a conditioned soul is shackled by the charming beauty of woman, by her solitary embrace and talk of so-called love, and by the sweet words of his small children. Thus, he forgets his real identity. In this verse, the word Srina indicates that womanly love is just to agitate the mind of man. Actually, in the material world, there is no love, but the woman and the man are interested in their sense gratification. Creates an illusory love, and the man becomes enchanted by such false love and forgets his real beauty. When there are combination, the next attraction is to the sweet words of the children. The love of a woman at home and the talk of the children make one a sacred prisoner, and thus he cannot leave his home. Such a person is termed in Vedic language Griyamedi, which means one whose center of attraction is home. Grihastha refer to one who lives with family, wife and children, but is to develop Krishna consciousness. One is therefore advised to become a Grihastha and not a Grihastha's conscience enter into the real life, family life with Krishna. Whereas the Grihamade's business is to repeatedly train himself to so-called family life in one life after another and perpetually remain in the home again at the Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Bhagavatam talking is never false. That means we know that this thing hard and sensitive woman and false is charm with the Maya. And then he enjoys solitary embrace and talking with her. And he is enchanted by the sweet words of the small children. Papa, Mama, Papa. Then he wants to do everything. But here is the two things different. We have to Sisulam Kalavashinam. But Riyasa and Griyamuri. Nidraya Hriyate Navtam Ingabaye Vata Vavatvaye Divatate Hairagan Kutumba Bharane Nava. That is Griya maybe. That means in the night time, Nidraya Ekanakam. Sleeping or either napping. They spend their whole night. And then after, what they do in the during the daytime, they working like ass, very hard working. For what? Kutumba Bharanenava. For maintaining the family and the kinsman. So that types of people are the what they are? Griha Grihamedi. And who is in the Grihastha ashram and following the regulatory principles and for children also giving the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. That means previously they gave the Ashirvad, benediction to the small people and like grandfather, grandfather, they give the children as a Ashirvad, benediction like Santana Prathu Harivasirastu. That means you produce children as much as you can, but make sure they are become a devotee of Lord Hari. Hari Bhakti Rastu. Hmm? You can produce children, no problem. You can. Like other religion, especially Muslim religion. They produce children as much as they are not going to do that, how to say, vasectomy. Yes, no any protection. They produce as much they can, and they want to become large in large community in this world, in the number of the Muslims. So they do that. I heard that one. What is the reality? The same things I do not know, but they have lots of children. We can see those things. But same thing in our culture also that is. Santana Vriddhi Haribhavati. They can produce the children, but I have to make sure they become devotee of the Hari. Lord Hari. That's why that is the system. Prabhupada also wonder, oh, if you can marry hundreds of wives, no problem. But make sure children should be the devotee of Krishna. Riyasa means following the regulative principles and doing devotional service. That is Riya. Riya means doing the research repeatedly train himself to so-called family shackle. Since prisoner is shackled by iron chain and iron bars. I'm reading Gado. I already talked about those things, but it's come to repeatedly. Now we have to go with the text 9. Maya Sukhaya Bharamud Behuna. Hmm? Maya Sukhaya Bharamud Behuna. Like some people, they have some habits. Anybody knows that habit? Who just pass the urine in the bed and he thinks little bit warm and just sleeping over there. But actually, what will happen after a few hours and it becomes cold and bad smell too. Something Maya Sukha is same as like eating, never be satisfied. So Maya Sukhaya Bharamut Vimula. They are the Vimula, Mula and Vimula. Who is Mula? Four types of Mula. Maya Apahita Jnana, Asham Bhavana. Four types of man. The Vimula, Mula. गृहेषु कुटधर्मेषु दुःख तन्त्रेषु तन्त्रितः कुर्वन् कुर्वन् दुःखप्रतीकारं सुखं सुखं मन्मन्यते गृही The attached householder remains in his family life, which is full of diplomacy and politics. See, within the house of the politics is there. Always spreading miseries and controlled by acts of sense gratification. He acts just to counteract the reactions of all his miseries. And if he can successfully counteract such miseries, he thinks that he is happy. अच्छा है वो। गृहेषु कुटधर्मेषु दुःख तंत्रेषु तंत्रितः कुर्वन् दुःखप्रतीकारं सुखमन् सुखवन्मन्यते गृही. In Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead himself certified the material world as an impermanent place that is full of misery. There is no sense of happiness in this material world, either individually or in terms of family, society, or country. If something is going on in the name of happiness, that is also illusion. Here is the material, here in this material world, happiness means successful counteraction to the effects of distress. The material world is so made that unless one became a clever diplomat, his life will be a failure. Not to speak of you know, human society, even the society of lower animals, the birds and the bees, cleverly manage its bodily demands of eating, sleeping, and mating. Hmm. Human human society competes national or individually, and in the attempt to be successful, the entire human society becomes full of diplomacy. We will always remember that in spite of all diplomacy and all intelligence is the struggle for our existence. Everything will end in a second by the supreme will. Therefore, all our attempts to become happy in this material world are simply a delusion offered by ah. So this is all chappat for the grihastha, maybe. who falsely thinks, oh, I am happy, but actually, because that happiness will destroy within a second by the will of the Lord. Within the house also politics, diplomacy, and then society, then national wise, one nation to another nation, and everybody in the disturbance. Some of them just thinking, oh, now I maintain my family member, everything is very nicely, and they are thinking some happiness, but many things will come. Sometimes kinsman will die, sometimes business will go down, sometimes the health is not good, and something will come to make cause the distress. Everything will come. 2 3 months it will look like a stable, and then change will go. Then change will go like that. And that is the Kalam or Sasatam. Yes, this material world is the Kalam. They are house of the distress, and then temporary everything is temporary. Nothing is stable. Sometimes same people friends, very dear friends, sometimes they fight each other and kick each other if they cannot see the face of each other. Uh, so this is the time factor. Time also ruled by the mode of nature, and Maya Devi also come through the time, and then illusion offered by Maya, and it is just thinking, oh, this is gratification in the final goal. But that also is not permanent. अर्थै अर्थै आपादितै गुरु गुरुभ्य गुरुव्या हिंसयतस्ततश्चताम् उष्णाति येषां दोषेण शीर्षभुक्त्यत्यथ स्वयं. He secures money by committing violence here and there, and although he employs it in the service of his family, with himself eats only a little portion of the food thus purchased, and he goes to hell for those for whom he earned the money in such an irregular way. Many things one over here. There is a Bengali prof. Hmm? Do you know that prof? आप लोग तो बंगाली हो, पता है कि नहीं? The person for whom I have stolen accuses me of being a thief. The family members for whom an attached person acts in so many criminal ways are never satisfied. In illusion, an attached person serves such family members, and by serving them, he is destined to enter into the hellish condition of life. For example, a thief steals something to maintain his family, and he is caught and imprisoned. This is the some and substance of material existence and attachment to material society, friendship, and law. Although an attached family man is always engaged in getting money by hook or by crook for the maintenance of his family. He cannot enjoy more than what he could consume even without such criminal activities. A man who is once of stock foodstuff may have to maintain a big family and earn money by any means to support that family, but he himself is not offered more than what he can eat, and sometimes He eats the remnants that he and his family members are dead. Even by earning money by unfair means, he cannot enjoy life for himself. That is called covering illusion of Maya. The process of illusory service to society, country, and community is exactly the same everywhere. The same principle is applicable even to national leaders. A national leader who is very great in serving his country is sometimes killed by his countrymen because of irregular service. In other words, one cannot satisfy his dependence by his illusory service, although one cannot get out of the service because servant is his constitutional position. A living entity is constitutionally part and parcel of the supreme being, but he forgets that he has to render service to the supreme being and divert his attention to serving others. This is called Maya. By serving others, he falsely thinks that he is master. He, the head of the family, thinks of himself as the master of the family, or the leader of a nation thinks of himself as the master of the nation. Whereas actually he is serving, and by serving Maya, he is gradually going to hell. Therefore, a sane man should come to the point of Krishna consciousness and engage in the service of Supreme Lord, applying this whole life, all of his wealth, his entire intelligence, and his full power of speaking. Thus, he will be happy. Yes, enough the life that we are practicing. We become happy by serving the Lord Krishna. Yes, that's true. We are following, and who is not following will go to the hell. The person of whom I have stolen accuses me of being a thief. Family member. Very nice story, no? Thieves just we steal money and other things. And one day, Narada Muni came and just tell him, why you are committing this, sinful activities? Why you are killing the animals and stealing the others' property? Why you are doing so? And he replied, I have to maintain my family always. And have you ever think about that? Whatever you are committing sin, and are they going to take some portion of the sinful activities? Sin? Are they going to take some? Just please ask. Go and ask your family. And he went to the home and he asked the wife, I'm just doing this abominable thing for you guys. Please take some portions of sin. And then wife refused to do so. Oh no, no, I don't want, I don't want. Whatever you are doing, that means you are the responsible. You have to suffer. Whatever you are doing, you have to pay out. Repent that. I don't want to take any. I don't want. Oh no, 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 go away. And then he asked his son and daughter and daughter-in-law, everybody he asked. But finally, what will happen? Nobody wants to accept, even though 1% of thing. So, and then he after, uh, then he back to the forest again, and then he never came back to the home, and he became a sadhu. See, nobody will take. Same thing will happen everyone, including including. So this is the knowledge. and whose sense is dragged by the Maya Sukhaya Bharamud Bimura, who's thinking this illusory potency of this Maya Sukha, especially for the combined uh, men and women, and they're thinking that, this is, and we was talking about a solitary place and just talking lovely things, and but it's all illusion. And then after byproduct, what will happen? Children will come, and children also say, the Papa, Mommy, like that, no? And they think, oh, very sweet, very nice, everything. And they, uh, many things are talking about. They working hard for them and fed them, and whatever the remaining left over, and he will eat that much and just feel satisfied. But actually, it's not like that. So this all of the illusion. Therefore, sadhu purus come to the point of Krishna consciousness, and what I have to do, he has to engage for service of the Supreme Lord, applying his whole life, all of his wealth, and entire intelligence and full power of speaking. That means kayena vacha masindriyarva buddhatmana bhanusita svava. Karomi yaddat sakalam parasmai narayanaeti samarpayeta. That means by word, by body, by wealth, by word, by intelligence, and all the speaking power. And we have to use for spreading the Krishna consciousness, and then everything will successfully go. And in this world also, they will get happy, and future spiritual world also sure for him. As they have to follow the rules and regulation and the Krishna consciousness path. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuran ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Anything?